Hello Scrappy friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm using Ella Bonella Hello Spring kit today. They have lots of different kits on their website with lots of various different things in, all usually have pattern paper and cardstock with a few embellishment packs. This one has some butterflies that have been painted and glittered and some doilies and some sequins. So just going through the card and paper there. I had actually started before I started video. Cut these papers up, so the two squares out of the cutter parts and the rectangles. I then measured it wrong, so cut the card wrong, and then spend about half an hour trying to get this right. It turns out that actually the pieces of paper weren't cut uniformly, so I've cut all that out because I'm trimming the papers down and just trying to get that right. And then we've skipped here to when I'm happy with the size of the white cardstock that I'm matting the pattern papers on and the cut parts on, just getting them arranged. So yeah, I love some of the sayings on these. Just kind of went with the pictures. The picture is actually me in the kitchen making Mr. Ding a cup of coffee on one of my breaks from work. It's a screenshot from Facebook where Mr. Ding's saying that he's got me well trained because I come home from work on my breaks to make him a coffee. And this was just a couple of weeks into lockdown when I was working from home, or still am working from home. But this is a couple of weeks after that started. Don't know about everybody else who's currently having to work from home. I love it. Some of the people I work with not so keen and miss being in the office and using our main systems, but I absolutely love it and I wish I could work from home forever. So currently now doing a border around it. Now this was a page map sketch, a June page map sketch this is based on. Just doing a double border with my pens there. So I think I've used a 0.8 and a 0.3. I do a little blip where I've gone around my finger on the side, so that kind of dictates where some embellishments are going to go. And the initial thought was they weren't going here, and they don't go here on the sketch either. I have flipped the journaling block over to the opposite side from where it is on the sketch. So yeah, cutting the clouds out. Cut parts are really great to use as they are, but they also sometimes have really great little embellishments that you can fussy cut out and use separately, which is what I'm doing with the clouds here because I just really love those. You know, them as a little accent on the page. Basically, every cloud has a silver lining, you know. The title I end up going with is Bloom Where You Are Planted, which I think is quite apt to how much I am absolutely loving lockdown and able to, like, you know, just keep on going with it and dealing with customers and, you know, still doing my job. So I thought it was quite an apt sentiment really for what's going on at the moment. So yeah, so as I said, they're there because of that little blip with the lines that I drew. Just having a look now for some other things I can cut out for embellishments. So seeing as this is about coming home from work on my break to make Mr. Ding a cup of coffee, I thought this little cup would be good. And then I decided to cut apart the clouds because I want them a little tighter together than they were on the original, you know, on the original cut apart piece. Just looking at the florals then to see if there's any I could cut and use as embellishments. I really do struggle for quite a while about how I'm going to embellish this because of where I've had to put that, because that blip isn't where I was originally going to do my 3 points, so you know I like my visual triangle. So I do actually end up changing where that bloom is. Okay, so I'm having a look at the thickers now. I was originally going to do this as lockdown lunch, but I decided after putting it on the page that it just doesn't look right. I'll faff about now with that top corner because it's not sitting right. So I'll mess about with that for a bit. There we go. Stick them down. So yeah, So I come in with these gorgeous glittery letters. You see me there messing about with where I want that title. And I really do like it there. It's just I need something to cover that. So yeah, the letters I do play with doing Lockdown Lunch as my title because that's what I'd originally planned on, with this being a lunch break at work. Just arranging the clouds which do not end up there. Yeah, the clouds end up moving as well. Looking at that now, I really love that there. I just wish I could have been happy with where my other 2 points of embellishments were, or even just left it like that. But yeah, here it goes with the lunch and the title. Yeah, just once to put it on, I'm not happy. Don't like it. It's too big. Doesn't feel grounded. I try moving it. So I try bringing it all up a little bit so it's all level. Didn't like that. Move it to the bottom of the page now. Don't like that. It just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So before I move the lunch down, I just put it all back on the sticker sheet and put them away and decide just to have that bloom where you are planted as my title, which I think is quite fitting. I think it goes with what I'm talking about on the journaling when I get round to that. Yeah, so this I think is when I do finally move the title. I was going to use this You Are My Sunshine, but I just really wanted the sunshine because, you know, a layout about myself saying You Are My Sunshine is a little self-serving, isn't it? So I didn't think that'd be quite right. So I didn't put that on there. So just doing, okay, so a couple of the embellishments that came in this pack were these bows. So because there's 2, you know, I like 3 of everything. I thought, you know what, let's redo the bows, make them a little bit smaller, see if I can get 3, and I couldn't. But I like the smaller bows, so I thought, well, with the bows a little bit smaller, I might use them. You know, because at the end of the day, you don't have to use them as it comes in the packet. It's a gorgeous bit of ribbon that really coordinates with the page, so don't have to be used as bows. I do try using bows to begin with, and I just think it's because I don't like the 3 points. And then I use this, look at using this offcut as a border, and with that there, it looks really good. I really like that. But because I then eventually move where that title block is, it didn't look right, and you'll see that in a bit. So here we go. So this is the what else can I do to cover that blip up so that I can move the title and get me 3 points of my triangle where I'm happy with it. I know, let's cut the doilies in half so I've got 3. So that's what I'm doing here. So I've got the right a little bit higher than the left, and then along the top as well. And I'm just tucking them under the papers, and then I have a fight with my glue. I decide to move that up so it's around the photo, and moving that up around the photo means that cloud's going to move too. So what I do is put the cloud up on top of the photo with a dimensional, which you get completely in the wrong side, and I spend a while messing with this because I put it in the wrong place. Then have to mess with where that's all going, because where I've put the cloud now can't see the title. So I have to put the title down first and then make the cloud fit, which involves me taking that other bit of cloud off and moving where that's going. So we'll tuck that bit back under the picture, and then we'll put the other cloud that I cut out when I first picked those up under there. Now you can see I probably didn't leave it there not long enough for you to see, but I did try putting that piece of ribbon down. It just didn't look right, so I'm playing about with other places to put it. And then what I end up doing is folding it in half like a little tail, like I used to do this all the time with ribbons. So I fold it in half on a little tail, and I just use my stapler and staple it on. And I really like that. And then I'm like, right, well, do I use these bows whole again? And decide, no, I'm going to staple these on as well. So just sticking a bit of adhesive to get it stuck on whilst I put my staple in. And then I take one of the bows apart and cut another bit of ribbon to decide where I'm going to put that as my third spot. I'm kind of undecided at the minute because it'll all end up in the same place. So I stick it to a cup so it's not exactly the same place as the rest of it, and put the cup up on a dimensional. So finishing it off now with these Bramble Fox Flare, and love these, absolutely love these. They're quite soft as well, so when you're pushing them on to push the adhesive on, there's a bit of give in them. And then I do my journaling, which is basically what I've explained to you already. Did think about using those butterflies, but decided against it because there wasn't much on there other than flowers at the top. And then that's it. Finish my journaling off and we're all done. Some close up for you in a moment. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.